What is going on, guys? Sonic and the Bean Show here. Today we are looking at the Banjo Kazooie action figure by Premium DNA. I think that's the name of the company, Premium DNA. So this item took forever. I actually ordered this on Black Friday because they were having a Black Friday sale on their website, and it finally arrived after contacting them a bunch of times actually, so that was annoying. But they have some cool stuff though. I didn't hear about them until New York Toy Fair last year because they had a booth there and they had a lot of nostalgic toys that I was interested in, and this was one of them, which I'm really excited about. So let's look over the packaging here because this thing is huge, which is why I had to like really push the camera back to really show the entire box because it's like massive. But you can see here's the front. We got pretty much the logo Banjo Kazooie, and then the artwork here, which is really cool. Premium DNA logo right here. It's gonna be so weird trying to really move this just because I mean the top just has the logo. It's hard to really show it off. It's just the logo, but it's backwards, and then the bottom is not really much going on. See, there's like the barcode right there. The side right here just shows Kazooie, as you can see. So, there she is, Kazooie. If I can try to show the whole thing, see, it just shows Kazooie, and then the other side shows Banjo right here. There you go. And then the back just shows a huge Jiggy right here. That's all it really is right there. So that was pretty much that. But this is actually just a slipcover. So if I just remove the slipcover, which I gotta kind of grab it from here, and as you can see, it does reveal the figure. This figure is huge. I was not expecting this, but yeah, the figure is massive, as you can see. So we get like a huge open window of the figure, and then the accessories. We got the Premium DNA logo up here, and then the Banjo Kazooie logo down here, and then the top just shows the logo again, as you can see. This side it's different though, because we actually get Banjo and Kazooie together, and then the logo up there, and then there's the rest of the bottom, and then here is the other side right here, and I think it's the same. I wasn't really paying attention as much, but there's the other side, and then the back, as you can see, shows the figure and then the accessories right there. Yeah, that right there was the packaging. So without further ado, let's go ahead and crack this out of the box and take a closer look. Okay, so here's the figure out of the packaging right here, and this actually looks really good. I'm really impressed on the way how this came out, but I'm also really excited because I love Banjo Kazooie, so it's just really nice to have another action figure, because the only Banjo figure I've had was the Toy Biz one from the Mario Kart line, and I think that's like, I think that was his only figure, I believe. I don't know if he ever had another like articulated action figure. So it's just really nice to have another Banjo figure, and this time Kazooie, because that figure, the Toy Biz figure, didn't have Kazooie, of course. So this I'm really happy about. Now it's a big figure, which I wasn't expecting to be this massive, honestly, but I don't really care because I'm just really happy to have another new Banjo figure, with Kazooie this time. I just remembered this is actually the flocked version. I forgot I ordered the flocked version because it looks like it kind of matches, or it looks like the art style, really, because like the fur, the way how it looks here, rather than like the molded plastic. So I like it, honestly. It's not gonna be the best in some areas, especially where the joint is to articulate, because it is like peeling when you mess around with that. So just keep that in mind. There are going to be like some weird stuff going on with the the texture going on here, but the figure does look really nice. I am really impressed with the way how this came out. The eyes look really good, like that. It looks nice. There's actually shading, where like I guess like the skin would be at, the teeth, the sculpt for the teeth, and the paint
all around looks really clean. And you know, the torso shading looks nice there. There's no shading to the pants though, but you can see like the stitches going on around, and you know, the belt that's painted pretty well there. Even the claws right here for Banjo is painted pretty well too. I really like it. Overall, like, it's really nice. Even like, you know, the book bag. The book bag doesn't like have any shading, you know, either. And then, you know, along with the straps, as you can see. What's weird is that these bottom straps right here, they're supposed to be pegged in, but they keep coming off, unfortunately for me. So I can't really like keep them in for the, you know, the book bag. And then of course Kazooie is there, that you can put Kazooie on. Now just keep in mind, Kazooie is going to make Banjo back heavy, so it's going to be a bit of an issue trying to keep Banjo like kind of straightened. So you're going to have to lean him forward, because if you want him to be exactly up, well, okay, never mind then. So he somehow they're still standing, but it's still kind of weird because the way how Kazooie is positioned in the book bag, she's like kind of like in a weird angle. You know, I would want her to be a little up, but you know, that's not really gonna happen. And then, you know, the straps came out right there, so I can't really like keep Kazooie like up like that. She's just gonna be in like this angle, unfortunately. What's weird about the book bag is that like the straps, they're like barely on Banjo. Like you can see there's like a ton of space around, you know, the area here for the straps. Like it's barely on Banjo. And like this piece right here is actually just, it's just, I just put it there because that piece is just for if you want to close the book bag. But I just put it here to just to give it the illusion that, you know, the book bag is open. So it is kind of just sitting there. It's not like pegged onto or anything. I just have it there to, you know, give it the illusion that the book bag is open, you know, because of Kazooie. Okay, so let me show off Kazooie, just so I can, you know, get a close-up on her, because I feel like I didn't really show her as much. But here's a closer look at Kazooie, and she also looks really good. Really nice paint job with the eyes, and then, you know, the lashes, and of course like the shading going around, you know, like on her feathers. And so yeah, overall, I mean, it looks weird because she doesn't have, you know, the bottom half, because, you know, the book bag. But Kazooie's not really that bad. They did a really nice job with this. Now the reason why she's like this is because I am gonna go over the accessories really fast. For Banjo, this is going to be the head sculpt, and then the hands you're gonna get once you take the figure out of the packaging. But the other interchangeable head sculpt you're getting here is the same thing as this, except, you know, Banjo, it just, you know, he's not showing the teeth this time. As you can see, it's just, you know, a regular expression, so Banjo's just smiling. You do have these open hands right here, as you can see, and then you gotta have, you know, the Banjo, of course. So you got the Banjo right here for, well, you know, Banjo, and it's just, you know, solid plastic. You know, you can't really like mess around with the strings or anything like that. It's just one solid plastic. So you do have the Banjo. You get a Jiggy right here, which is actually really nice. It has it's like a gold sort of solid plastic, really. Kazooie, she does have, you know, the kazoo, which is nice, and there is a hole here that you can insert for, you know, Kazooie to play, you know, the kazoo. So that looks nice. And then the last accessory for Kazooie is pretty much the you know, the bottom half right here. So, you know, you just kind of, you know, place that there for Kazooie. If I can try to, yep, there you go. And yeah, pretty much that. See, so now you have Kazooie right there. So yeah, that is that. So now let's go over the articulation. So I mean, I'll do them separately, really. It makes the most sense. So we'll go with Banjo. So for the head, it seems like it's just a single ball peg for Banjo. To look up, there's not really a lot for Banjo to really look up. It looks like you're just getting like this much, really, and then to look down, you get that much. For any tilts, No tilts at all, so it's really just gonna be a rotation and a little bit to look up and down. There is like some squeaking going on there. For the shoulders, hinge to the shoulder. It looks like it just wants to go high about here, so you get that much for Banjo. For the shoulder, you have your full rotation going on there. It's a little awkward trying to maneuver. You do have single jointed elbows, and you're getting this much range, so not a whole lot of range right there. And then for the wrist, oh well, you can actually rotate this. I almost forgot, but you can rotate. For the wrist, there is a rotation and in a horizontal hinge right there. And then for the torso, it seems like there's a double ball peg. This shoulder is actually loose. I can't really seem to like keep it up, so that shoulder is loose. But double ball peg for the torso, so you can have Banjo crunch forward just about there, which is actually really good. The book bag is starting to come off, as you can see. And then for back, I'd say just back about here, which isn't too bad. There's a little bit of gap going on, but it's not terrible. I think this is actually okay. And then to the side, not too bad either. You get this much for the side. Nah, it's not bad, but you are gonna get a rotation. And this part just fell off right there. For the hips, they're just on ball pegs, so you can't really have Banjo really kick forward at all, and then back not so much either. But so yeah, it's, you're really just gonna get like your thigh swivel and kind of move it a little bit to the side right there, because yeah, again, it is just on the ball joint. And then for the knees, you have your single jointed knees, which you just get this much range right there, just about 90. The knee joint doesn't really look that great, so you're only going to get that much range. And then you have a rotation there. And then for the ankles, they go far back, just about there, far forward, and then you have an ankle rocker. And that's the articulation for Banjo. So it's very limited, not a lot. You're really just gonna do a little bit of posing with Banjo, and yeah, you're probably just gonna have him just really stand there for the most part, because aesthetically the figure looks really good, but articulation is not really the best. And trying to move this guy with the book bag on is a hassle anyway. And even if you had Kazooie on the back, it's gonna be annoying too, just because Kazooie's back heavy. Now I do want to show the book bag right here real fast. So there is a peg that was for Kazooie, and then you have this. So if you want to just close the book bag, you can. You just do that as so, and there you go. You just got Banjo this time. Now for Kazooie, let's do her articulation. So I'm going to take the Kazooie out, but the head is just on a ball peg, so you can have Kazooie look up. Can't really go down. Can't really go down at all. Tilt. The tilt is there. She can tilt at the head, which is actually nice. So it's not terrible. And then you have your rotation going on there. The wings are just on a ball peg, so you can pretty much just move them all the way around. They go forward about here, back about there, and then you can also rotate them. So yeah, and then they can go high about here and then low about there. So you have that. Of course, you have rotation with the waist, because that is like a separate piece. The hips is not really the best on Kazooie. I can't really bring them any more back. They are also just on a ball peg. There's just not a whole lot of range. Like I can't really bring them back at all, and it looks like you're only just moving the hips. There's no like rotation with the the ankles or anything like that, because I'm not really like seeing a joint or like feeling anything, unless mine are really like stiff or like stuck really. And nothing going on with the tail either. I don't even know if she can stand on her own if you have her like, well, okay, no, she can. Yeah, she can stand. But if you wanted to have Banjo on her, because Kazooie, she runs while Banjo's on the back, and that's definitely not gonna work, especially since it's gonna like bend this tail. And again, Banjo has way too much weight. Like if I just drop this figure on Kazooie, like he's gonna crush her. Like it's just not gonna work at all.
Okay, now let's get into some figure comparisons. So let me just show off Kazooie again. I felt like I didn't really show these two that much side by side. But you know, here's like, you know, I guess the tallest I could get for Kazooie next to Banjo. If you want to see how these two look, yeah. So this is like the tallest I could get. Also, I can't actually rotate this leg if I didn't show that before. But yeah, I can't actually rotate the leg right there. Here's just a regular Marvel Legends figure, just to show you like how tall this figure truly is. So here's like, you know, just Wolverine. Yeah, it's a really tall figure. And then I feel like I should show this. I almost forgot, but like if you know, if you were going for like a Smash Brothers display, you know, here's the SH Figure Arts Mario figure, and yeah, you can see this definitely isn't gonna work for any of your Smash Brothers figures if you're trying to go for that. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And I want to do this too. Here's like just the Jack specific Donkey Kong figure. If you want to see how that is, I have him, I guess, as tall as he would be. The legs keep on going forward though, but yeah, here's like the Jack's Donkey Kong figure with the premium DNA Banjo. So if you want to see how that is, Banjo is still towering over. It's a really tall figure. The figure is like almost 7.5 inches. So yeah, it's a really tall figure. Alright, so that is going to wrap up this review on the Premium DNA Flocked Banjo and Kazooie action figure. Overall, it's a really nice looking Banjo and Kazooie figure. The paint and sculpt work on this is outstanding. I like the accessories you're getting here as well. It doesn't pose that well, which is disappointing. You're just going to have this guy like on your shelf for the most part. My biggest gripe on this release is the backpack and Kazooie. The backpack is very flimsy on me. The straps don't want to like stick together at all, and having Kazooie on top of that makes it worse because the figure becomes back heavy and it makes the backpack a pain trying to stay on, you know, to Banjo. So because of that, I'm most likely just going to have these two separate for the most part. But again, aesthetically, the figures do look great, I will say that. So if you want to pick these up, I would recommend Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth. I wouldn't buy it directly from Premium DNA's website only because I feel like it's gonna take longer since I've had that issue, and I've heard a lot of people was having that issue too. However, let me know what are your thoughts on these in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the review. But until then, take care, my friends.